is Rebecca Granter. I am 21 years old and I'm from central Newfoundland. I'm from Gambo and I'm here for school and I'm currently working at Shoppers Drug Mart in the beauty boutique. So I'm going to MUN and I'm going to be an English teacher for non-English speakers. So I'm majoring in religious studies, and after religious studies I'm going to apply to the Faculty of Education and get my ESL. So I'm going to do that. And I like to sing, I like poetry, I like art, I like photography. I'm a very outgoing person. I like exploring, especially downtown St. John's. I love taking pictures down here and like walking around and stuff. And, yeah. I went away last year. I moved to Fort McMurray in Alberta. I was going through a little bit of a life thing, and I decided that a move was probably the best option for me, just to like get away, like for a change of scenery and see what other options are out there for me. So I moved by myself, and I decided to hop on a plane and drive away. So I went away and I had one cousin there, and I was there for like 4 or 5 months before my mental illness really started to kick in. And I really needed just to be surrounded by my family because my family is all here. So I decided to move back after working up there for 3 or 4 months. And we drove across. So we drove from Alberta to Newfoundland. It took 5 days. It was super long and I hardly slept at all. And I came back due to the mental illness, due to needing to be surrounded by family. And I've obviously traveled quite a lot. I've traveled to, I've been to New York, I've been to France, I've been to the UK, I've been to almost all the Canadian provinces, and I've also been to Florida. I just really like to travel, and the reasoning that I come back is always it's almost always for family and community. It's always. I think that the culture in Newfoundland is so rich. It is probably one of the most amazing cultures that I have ever experienced, where we have a reputation of being super nice. Everything here is super old. Downtown Newfoundland is absolutely beautiful. Like every little nook and cranny of Newfoundland. Like I always tell people who are traveling to Newfoundland to like don't do the touristy stuff. Like go around the loop. Like go to like the little nooks and crannies where like no one goes, because that is like where you will find the heart of Newfoundland. And the only unfortunate thing that I would have to say is it's definitely a province with an old attitude. There are a lot of small towns, small communities around Newfoundland that unfortunately have a different outlook to other cultures and other diversities. And I would definitely say that there's an extreme lack of diversity in the smaller communities. It's all like when you have a town like population like 200, like it's all older white people, like that have been here since the dawn of time, and they're super stuck in their ways because that's how they were raised. When you come to St. John's, it's almost like a breath of fresh air for me when I come to St. John's, because there's so much diversity, there's so many different languages, so much opportunity to be able to learn so much. Like when I'm trying to learn Arabic right now, and I'm also learning French, I'm also learning Japanese. Like I'm trying so hard to put my little piece in St. John's so that I can be that one extra person that isn't racist, that isn't super stuck in their old ways. Like I have never been stuck in any type of ways. I'm not closed-minded. I'm the most open-minded person I think that you would ever meet. love speaking to new people. Like sometimes I'll literally just see someone, like a homeless person on the side of the road, and I will just stop and talk to them because you never know that person's story. So the whole diversity thing, like I really wish that more people are open-minded, because when you're closed-minded, obviously you can't learn anything new. Like you can't open your head to opinions. Like it just makes me a little bit sad, honestly. Like there's no anger, there's no frustration, it's just sadness when I look at people who live here and don't want to see more people, because we're such a small province. Like we have like 500,000 people. Like what's 1,000 more? I don't understand why you don't want to give others an opportunity to escape their horror of reality and come to essentially this safe haven, this beautiful province, and say no, turn people away from happiness. Like why would you turn people away from happiness? It honestly blows my mind how people are so negative, and it really gets me going. Like it really does. I'm after writing so many speeches and so much heartfelt responses to racism in this province. It just completely blows my mind. You have to try and be open-minded to allow for a more positive society, especially in such a small province. A significant experience that kind of drove me to the career that I'm trying to pursue right now is I've always had a passion for helping others, and I've also been told that I have healing hands, which makes me want to almost fulfill that outlook that people have on me, but also I feel like even if I can try and make a little bit of a difference, that will make me happy enough. So 2 or 3 years ago, I came to St. John's for the first time, and everyone smiles at you, everyone has no trouble saying hi, how are you, like especially when you're just walking around or going in somewhere for a coffee or whatever. But I always wonder, like, what if I was wearing a hijab, or like what if I had a different skin color or dressed differently? Like, would people still be like that? Especially to those who can't speak English. So my good friend Charlotte Gardner told me that she wanted to introduce me to a program with REAC. It's the Refugee and Immigrant Association of Canada. And that moment in time literally changed my entire career path, like my entire life. I was like, okay, so I was in school for something else. I was doing aesthetics, so I am a certified esthetician. But this moment, I was helping Libyan women speak English on my own free time. I logged like 70 plus hours. I got really close with the families that I was with. I loved, it was like the highlight of my day, going to see my friends, essentially. They were my friends. We couldn't speak each other's languages, but we had a bond that went beyond language. And just sitting down and trying to teach a language that I was born with, I could only imagine the struggle that they are going through. They can't go on the bus, they can't take a taxi, they can't walk down the road and go to the doctor, like they can't go grocery shopping. Like, I want to help these people be able to just go grocery shopping. Like, it's small steps like taking a taxi or anything like that, where they can just feel a little bit more comfortable in somewhere that's supposed to be a safe haven for them. And even though I was in school for something else, I think in the back of my head, this moment I had like a switch that went off, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna learn Arabic. So I was trying to learn Arabic for like 2 years. I did take a break for a little bit, and then after that I decided I was actually going to pursue ESL, so I can literally go anywhere in the world, hopefully, or even just here in St. John's, and try and, like I said, make that little bit of a difference. It it was definitely a turning point for me, and I have such a huge heart for those who have had a different life than me. And whatever I can't comprehend, I'm so infatuated with. I'm infatuated with culture because these people have such a hard life and we don't even know. We just say, see you later. So I just want to try my hardest to help these people just learn to say thank you, or how are you, or how much is this, like just a little bit. So that day when Charlotte said, you should do REAC, I was like, I'm going to do REAC, and now I'm going to do it for the rest of my life.